I say, rock bottom things that I would never do if I wasn't depressed, and going through. So I think that was my turning point. I won't say dependent on nobody, because I always been independent. I always looked at myself as an independent person. So being married, and then when it didn't work out, it was like I was a failure at that, and it took my independency away, because I had to start all over. So I think that was my turning point, and that really made me a better person, to know, like, always depend on yourself regardless, and always make sure you got yourself together and yourself together, and don't depend on anybody, or not even 50% of somebody else's, because they can walk out and you'll be stuck. So yeah, that was my turning point. Listen.
Determined not to pay the $10.
What do y'all think personality and self-esteem has to do with a lot of the things that's going on right now in the streets, as far as
You gotta love your
violence? Okay, what
I'm gonna do that all day.
Love yourself?
Yeah.
How do you tell somebody that don't know how to love yourself?
Yeah.
How do you?
You can't. When you can sometimes. You're too really. I don't know how they act. Stuff they do.
Regina, how would you relate to a friend if somebody's your age? Because you said
I'm just be like, what up?
But do you think before you act?
I don't.
It depends. Like, if somebody in this school threaten me, I'm gonna be like, alright.
Do you take it serious, or it's just like, whatever? Okay.
I think she thinks, because you got robbed in Rochester, you could have turned it when the girl told you she didn't do it.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, when you got money, you just be like, you need that.
That's how I
You
do.
need that. I'm okay.
And I got robbed
You had a
myself.
chance to think
But like,
about
if
that.
I'm walking down the street and somebody like, yeah, I'll punch her in the face. Oh, you think so? Well, let's see.
Okay.
That's what I do. But if it's just like, okay, maybe sometimes I do think. Sometimes I don't though. But I think.
Always think before you act in anything, even when it comes to you was reading a book, even when it comes to sex. Please think before you act, because
I didn't read that far. What you talking about?
Oh, I'm right.
You said something about a date.
Yes, because you remember the day that, yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Remember the
If
day
it's
before?
special, if something is special, you're going to remember it.
What she
If it's
remember
not
the day
special,
for?
you're not going to
She
remember
had
it.
sex?
When she lost her virginity.
You remember?
Can we talk about the sex part for a minute? Because
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
get confused. Yeah. I've noticed a lot with a lot of my girls that I work with. It's like when we date somebody and then you break up, then your girlfriend starts dating your boy, your old boyfriend. I mean, it seems like there was a code. I mean, I remember
It's a code.
there was a code. And
You and your friends, say me and Regina's friends, and I was going out with this boy. I was so in love with. Either way, go. You ain't got to be in love with them. You was the fact that you was dating that boy. That's a code. Your friend is not supposed to date your ex.
Your real friend is not
A real friend, a real friend.
Everybody not your friend. That's why she's probably dating.
But then you know what?
I think we've lost that code. I mean,
No.
I see all these fights. I see all these girls going over, and that becomes the drama at the high school. Well, you guys all know. You lived it. You know exactly.
Not I.
Keep drama.
Me and my friends, we never did that.
Yeah,
But you know what? Guess what? Never did that. But if you do, if it's a real friend and someone decided they want to do that, you go and talk to your friend, because my ex-husband, I had dated a guy in the book way before, like I was 15 or whatever, before I dated my husband. They were friends, but they weren't best friends, but they were friends. So before he pursued me, my ex-husband, he went and talked to the guy prior. I mean, it was old, we was young, but still, it was just a respect thing. You make sure that there's no problems, and it's all about respect.
But you know what? It's real.
Whatever they do to you, they probably do to the next person they're with.
I got an ex tatted on my arm.
Never break up friendship over a guy.
Forever. That's mine. But she was doing that to everybody. That's mine.
She got it.
He wanted to be him. And I'm mine.
Always try to help her out to the end. But you gotta know that it's deeper than you. it's deeper
So
than
if you
you.
get
She got
30
a problem.
and you marry
That's
somebody else,
really deep.
you're gonna look at your ex.
Tattoo, this is gonna be who I marry.
You got a tattoo of a guy?
Yeah,
Did you hear her earlier ask me if I got a tattoo of my husband
he
on my
an
arm?
ex for now, but that's mine, all over. You feel me? Do what you do, I don't care. He
How
coming
long we got
back.
together?
This 4 years now. She only,
Yeah, how old is Regina?
8, 9, 19.
8, 9, 19.
He just turned 19 Valentine's Day.
How old
Yeah, I
are you?
remember that. I'll be 17 April 5th.
We talked
Okay, so
about that.
after like you said 4 years, so he your first.
That's my lockup.
Your everything.
No, he ain't my first. He ain't my first.
Okay, so he your everything. You don't
Nah, he ain't my everything. That's just the one I went through. I went through it all. You feel me?
And you want to be with him?
Yeah.
So what if you
If I
marry
went
somebody
through all of
else?
that, I might as well.
But what if he marries somebody else?
Huh?
What if he marries somebody else?
Oh, he ain't gonna marry somebody else. He marry somebody else, I put that there. I'll be in jail. Y'all gonna have to send me some conversation.
Well, what if
I'm
you
gonna kill
find
him.
somebody else that you fall in love with and don't?
Hey,
and
Tareen.
it's not-
Then he
or
gonna-
jail?
Tareen and Jizzle is not that type to get married to. That's out the question. Hold up.
Do you want to get married?
No.
Oh, I do. Why are we talking about this? You don't want to get married.
You want to get married? Having boyfriends, this is annoying.
I know.
I just want to wake up to somebody that's mine. See, the only reason I got
Ain't nobody yours. Y'all don't own boys.
No, I'm just saying, when you married, that is yours. That is yours.
No, it ain't.
That's what I'm
It is.
saying.
No,
I know.
it's not.
Too cheap.
Like, it's not yours.
No.
Just
I'm see what her baby dad did.
No, baby daddy.
I mean, sorry. Well, her husband did.
No, I haven't. Yeah, she said my baby daddy. You married your baby daddy?
Yeah, I did.
Y'all is the number one priority. Just know that. Like, get all the boy stuff. Get the boy stuff out of y'all heads, or y'all got a
Thank
lot
you,
of
and
life
we
to do.
young.
Yeah.
That's what I be thinking. I don't know. I like to party. I don't be sticking on boys.
See, I'm
So-
the only thing about me in a
Education,
relationship is I don't sweat. Now, I'm not the type of girl who be 100% all up in a relationship, like, oh my God, where are you, what you doing, don't call nobody, don't look at this girl. I don't care. You feel me? I can care less because I'm cute. You're gonna need me. You're gonna play yourself.
Do you think, for real?
Yeah.
Do you know that it's
What if you
somebody
was in
else
a car
that say the
accident?
same
You ain't
thing
cute
as
no
you?
more. Well, I mean, what if something really happened?
No,
to you?
but the thing
So you
about
so
it is,
into looks
I'm
and
I'm not. The thing about it is, I don't need no man. So, if I'm in a relationship with you, it's because I want to be with you. But if you're not meeting me halfway, I don't care. You feel me? I'm the type of person, if you leave me, honey, I don't
Goes
care.
on.
You feel me? I'm not going to
Goes on.
cry over you. I'm bad. I want T.I.
So that's the heartless part of you.
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
the heartless part of you. I think when you get older, that'll change.
And Fonzie and Mark, let me holler at you. Did you brush your teeth today? I'm joking.
Any other questions? Anything y'all want to talk about while I'm here before I get ready to leave?
Okay, so why you took the the boys?
Why y'all
section in your book? Like, what made you like
Because
talk about that?
people need to learn, you have to learn about sex, STDs, love, lust, real, unreal, like, because a lot of people don't know. That's why.
My real
to
life.
learn from it.
I know my real life.
They told me. They told me. They
So,
told me everything about sex.
Yeah, we had that last week.
You just found out.
Yeah, y'all have to be careful out here. And y'all know what HPV is?
You know, speaking of that,
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, they do say it can be, you know, through sex, but they don't label it like a STD like they do like
herpes,
herpes,
or
you know, gonorrhea and all that, you know. But if y'all don't know what HPV is, look it up.
I know what it is.
I was in school with a girl, and she was with her child's father. I think she might have been 20 or 21, maybe 22. But she was with her child's father. That's the only man she was ever with. She had a son, and she has HPV. And she's still with him, for whatever reason. But she said, like, as far as the intimacy and everything, she still protects herself because she don't trust them. But could you imagine this is the only person you was with, this is your son's father, and you get HPV? Not knowing.
Can you imagine
She didn't
that
know.
alone, Regina, one
Yeah.
person?
Right.
Uh-uh.
That you trust with your body.
I believe that though, Regina, like you sound hardcore on that. You say you kill people a lot,
I will.
You ain't going to jail for nobody
I
else.
feel the same way.
You ain't going to jail for
I would go for the judge.
But you know what?
But it's your
You
decision.
can-
It's your
thank you.
decision to,
But
they
why would you
can't
kill
I was
them?
just about to
You
say,
would
you
unprotected.
made that
It's
decision.
both your problem, for real, for real.
You have to.
You can't just blame him, he may got it, but it was your choice to tell him to put that Jimmy cap on, so.
Some people say life is about choices. The choices you make is the consequences.
So you gonna wear condoms with your husband?
Oh,
Like, how does that feel? This is your husband.
If
You wear condoms with your husband? But this is the thing.
The thing with the condoms with your husband, don't be in denial. If you know your husband is a dog, then don't be in denial that
Well,
he's
why
not
you
out
gonna get
there.
married to a dog?
Cause you love him.
Well, you could, listen, you could be married and it could be all good in the beginning,
Right.
but then when you start finding out little signs, you're like, oh, okay.
I should
No, you're gonna be like, yeah, okay. You're gonna have to put these caps on. It's not even, you ain't about to
See, the boy I love with all my heart, he a dog. But when it comes to me, he will dog somebody. You feel me? Over me. So that's why I don't play. But he can't.
dog somebody like another female,
Yeah.
that's not all right.
He can't do without me.
That's not all right.
That is. It's okay for me. I mean,
So do you really think, like, when you get older, like, you will never be dogged by a man? Knowing, or sometimes you dog and don't even know.
oh, I done been dog before.
I feel like everybody uses everybody for something.
Something.
For something.
Yeah, I done been dog. You feel me?
So you
But-
think no one's genuine?
I mean, you might find one out of all your boyfriends that you have had, one or two, but it's very hard to find a genuine person. Because I've been played every relationship since the
That's just
beginning.
nowadays.
So, okay, well, even with,
I still believe
even
in
with
genuine
females,
people.
do you think people have an ulterior motive? Like, if I wanted to counsel you, do I have an ulterior motive? I just want to.
I would have died for that girl. That was my favorite. He did everything. You'll never see her without me. You feel me? She did it to him. I swear to
He did it
God.
to her too.
I know he did. Trust me. I ain't the type of person to just flip on a female. But he told me about it. That's the whole thing. Now, maybe if she would have told me about it, I'd have been mad. I'd have fought her. But I'd have got over it. But she didn't tell me. She just... And it happened for like a whole month. I ain't know nothing. And then he finally just flat out told me one day. While we was all just sitting there like, yo.
Why he tell you though?
I don't know. I was just laying on the bed, and she was sitting there. He was just looking at her, walking around.
Yeah, make sure y'all respect yourself. Number one. Once you respect yourself and you know what your worth and what you're not going to go for, you'll deal with people differently.
There wasn't too much I knew about dating at this age. I remember that in the summertime, we used to ride our bikes together, and I skipped school with him twice. In this relationship, I experienced the meaning of STD. We had an okay relationship, but then everything was based on sex. There was no living thing, at least not with me. I caught, what? Oh, there was no love thing, at least not with me. I caught chlamydia from him and did not tell anyone, not even him. The sex was good and his penis was huge. I experienced sex up against the wall. And that was the bomb. But for all this good sex, I paid the price. That always looked and felt, what always looked and feels good. It's not always good.
Writing was always my release, so I started writing. And I didn't write it to publish it, I wrote it for me, like a diary to myself. And then I let like 2 people read it, and it was like, you should put this out. And I'm like, no, I don't want everybody knowing my business, you know. But I did because there's a lot of kids out here, a lot of teens and adults that probably went through the same thing I went through and don't know how to deal with it or don't know what to do. Like I said, I went through a depression, like really depressed, like just wanted not to be here anymore. So I did it for other people, not for myself.